Greetings everyone, this is Potato Hedgehog, and welcome back to The Last of Us. Last time, well, we started off the game with a bit of a tragedy, and now we are continuing on after said tragedy, even though said tragedy was a dream. Isn't that right, Moshi?
Yep. I'm still not over the fact that you were very angry in that disclaimer that you did.
Yeah, but that was for an entirely different reason, which I'm pretty sure that we'll cover in the not-too-distant future. That is, if said future drops in price, or if someone is generous enough to give it to me because I refuse to pay $60 for a fucking movie.
Well, that'll make it more interesting.
A movie that makes you feel like shit at the end of it. But that being said, we're in a much better game now, story-wise anyway. Story-wise and character-wise. So, Joel and Tess here are actually on a retrieval mission, I believe, because they were owed some guns and El Roberto refuses to pay up. So, we're just gonna teach him how business works around here. Hey, step back, fella. Step back. You do not want any of Joel, because he'll pound your ass into the ground.
Who the hell is that?
Who am I? I am Potato Hedgehog. Honestly, nobody important.
Look at that fight club going on over there.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, you sit back, you hobo-looking motherfucker. You don't want any of this. I am a man with a beard of sorrow and a lot of tragedy on his shoulders. So trust me, you do not want any of what's coming. Alright, Tess, just lead me where to go. Not like I want to explore or anything.
I'm looking for Robert. You come through here?
Half hour ago. He went back to the wharf. He's there now.
Your business is appreciated, vaguely Troy Baker sounding guy. Although I'm pretty sure that wasn't Troy Baker. Cause I know he voices Joel in this game, but maybe he voices some of the background characters. I would not be surprised if he did. Alright, time to go through here. It's not like anything bad could happen in the next few seconds.
Tempting fate, huh?
Yeah, that's what I do best. Oh, the health meter just appeared. I think we're in for a fight.
Our beef isn't with you. We just want Robert. You don't want to do this.
Turn the fuck around and leave now.
I'm not going anywhere without Robert.
Bitch, I will bash your skull unless you turn around and get your dumb ass out of here.
Fuck this. Well, who saw that coming?
Pretty much everyone who expected that there was going to be a firefight as soon as Tess pulled her gun out. But yeah, about time we got to some shooting. That wasn't a mercy kill anyway. So yeah. If there's anything I'll say about The Last of Us, the gunplay seems extremely realistic because Joel cannot rapid fire his pistol like many other video game protagonists before him could. The shots feel like they have weight behind them, and if you miss your shot, you're gonna take some serious damage. And like every other video game protagonist before him, Joel seems to find ammo off of the corpses of his enemies.
Yep, because that's how video games do.
Indeed, Moshi, indeed. Alright, Tess. Just gonna boost you up, Resident Evil 5 style. Help me!
Give me your hand. 10 out of 10. Great teamwork.
Yes, indeed, Moshi. Now, where is this Robert prick?
I have to imagine that he has a cigar in his mouth, twiddles his thumbs, and probably has an evil cat.
This is not a... Moshi, this is not a James Bond film.
Yeah, I know. Over here, Joel.
Oh look, another gunfight.
Oh, good lord. Try not to fuck this one up, Potato.
No promises. But that being said, Now the walls are covered in his brains. Yeah, poor Mook. These Mooks aren't exactly, redeemable, so they're just, as the word says, Mooks.
Yep. Oh, and there's another one.
Yeah. Okay, no. When I shoot you, you're supposed to, have your brains flying out, so...
Yeah, this game doesn't have very much gore in it. Not yet. Just wait till you get to the sequel.
Like I said in the disclaimer on the last episode, Moshi, I doubt I'm going to play part 2, because I don't want to feel miserable by the end of it. Hell, by watching a Let's Play of the game, I felt just as bad. But I'll explain why if I, God forbid, even get to part 2, because, like I said, I refuse to pay $60 for a quote-unquote gaming experience, which is overrated as hell, to make me feel like shit at the very end of it because no one is likable in that game. As compared to this game, I like Joel. He's cool. Even though the game kind of makes it clear that he's not supposed to be the good guy, but he is. And the world around him doesn't seem very bleak. Even though it's a typical post-apocalyptic, do what you have to do to survive, yada 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 kind of story, I don't immediately feel like shit, and I don't hate everyone. So that's a good thing. Unlike The Last of Us Part 2. And I apologize to anyone who has heard me complain about Part 2, but it's bad. And I will take every opportunity to bash the sequel in this game, as I find things that this game did better than the sequel itself.
Blame Neil Druckmann for it.
Oh yeah, because he fired the writer of this game for not being woke enough.
And then Druckmann tried to do damage control. How pathetic is that?
On a scale of 1 to 10, 11.
Yeah, pretty much.
But hey, these are my opinions. If you like The Last of Us Part 2, I am not going to bash you for it. I'm not that kind of person. But I just think it's a bad game, from a story standpoint, that is. I've heard it looks gorgeous and the combat is better than the first games, but... if you're gonna drop a game on us expecting us to follow from what happens in this game to part 2, do the graphics and gameplay really matter? Because it seems like The Last of Us, both part 1 and 2, are trying to focus on a story. Not the people that you kill, because these are just nameless mooks that you're just gunning down left and right because they're getting in your way. They don't shout out, "Oh my god, they got Kenny!" or anything like that. They're just typical video game mooks asking to be gunned down because they're in your way. You're not supposed to feel for the mooks. See, I just slammed that guy's face into a metal grate, and he didn't cry out, "Oh my god, they got Ben!" or anything like that.
Looking so good. Here.
Thank you.
Oh, and thanks for the health pack, Tess. There we go.
Yeah, you're right.
Alright, where to now?
Through that metal grate, my friend.
Yes, indeed, Moshi. But as I was going to say, yeah, I prefer this game vastly over Part 2. Because I'm only like a quarter into the game and I don't feel like shit. Like, I'm happy to be playing this. I want to know more about this world and the people that are in it. And like I said in the comment that I pinned in the first episode, I know of the plot of The Last of Us, considering I have been following the game for years, but I never got a chance to play it until I got my PS4. But I guess me a few years ago really wasn't interested in playing the game because But now that part 2's out, I kind of want to see why everyone was so excited about this game and why it won over 200 Game of the Year awards. Like, what the fuck? But hey, I'm enjoying my experience so far.
Ah, poor Mook. Getting choked out by a man with a beard of sorrow.
Yes, indeed, Moshi. But then again, that's pretty much every mook in this game who has the unfortunate pleasure of being encountered by Joel Miller. I know his last name because of the sequel. Ugh.
Hell, if you want a good ending to the second game, just look at that Koikatsu short that you did.
Oh yeah, when Ellie shoots Abby in the vag. And then Ellie gets inexplicably shot by Uzaki.
What were you thinking when you were making that?
I have no clue because, like everything else I've done, those Koikatsu shorts that I make are completely unscripted. And my cat is chewing on my sandals right now.
Hey! Stop it! You have a goofy-ass cat.
But yeah, I do, but last time I mentioned him, he was still a kitten, but now, 4 months later, he's like a full-sized cat. It's good to have a cat back in this house.
Indeed. I miss your previous cat.
Me too. That being said, there are a lot of mooks in this area, and we either need to sneak around them or gun all of them down. You can guess which option I did.
You gunned all of them down, didn't ya?
Yep, because that was pretty much the only option, because if this is a Far Cry game, then you can expect me to do stealth 100% correct, but since we're in third person the entire time, oh good lord am I bad at the stealth in this game. Like, not once in this entire game, I think, do I manage to get through an encounter undetected. Because, like I said, I'm going into this game completely blind, and I am not the master at stealth that this game expects you to be. Because you are highly encouraged by The Last of Us to go in completely silent. Otherwise, you will not survive, because the mooks in this game are unrelentless, even on easy difficulty. Yes, I am playing on easy, and I am still getting my ass kicked, because The Last of Us is one of those games that does not hold your hand when it comes to the combat, because the enemies act like, real people. And, yeesh. They really want to drive in the point that you will not survive if you go in guns blazing unless you know absolutely 100% certain what you're doing. But I like that. I like that the game does not hold your hand. It tells you to go, and it tells you, hey, you should kill these guys, but don't go in guns blazing, otherwise you will suffer for it. Because yeah, I nearly died on this section because this asshole kept shooting me, and if not for that health pack up ahead, I think I would have gotten my first game over.
But remember, Potato, this is a modern video game. They don't do game over screens.
Oh yeah, they just boot you to a screen telling you that you fucked up, and then you reload back to the last checkpoint or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
Office. Robert must run in there. Let's go.
Alright, Tess, let's just find this Robert prick.
She did say that he was in the office up ahead.
Yep. Alrighty then. You can stop crouching at any time now, Joel. Nice office. I can see the budget was just astronomical in this game.
Oh no, is we getting shot stat?
Yep.
Got fucking nothing to talk about.
Put your gun down.
Go fuck yourself.
He's running.
Robert!
Joel, this way. hello, Robert.
Tess. Joel. No hard feelings, right?
None at all.
Alright. God damn it!
We missed you.
Look, whatever it is you heard, it ain't true, okay? I just want to
The
say...
guns. You want to tell us where the guns are?
Yeah, sure, but it's complicated. All right? Look, all right, just hear me out on this. I got to... Fuck. Stop! Ugh.
Quit your squirming. You were saying?
I sold him.
Excuse me.
I didn't have much of a choice. I owed someone.
You owed us. I'd say you bet on the wrong horse.
I just need more time. Just, give me a week.
You know, I might have done that if you hadn't tried to fucking kill me.
Come on, it won't
Who
like
has
that.
our guns?
I can't. Just give me a couple days.
Who has our guns?
It's the Fireflies. I owed the Fireflies.
What?
Look, they're basically all dead. We can just go in there, finish them off. We get the guns. What do you say? Come on. Yeah, fuck those Fireflies. Just go get them.
That is a stupid idea.
Well, now what?
We go get our merchandise back.
How?
I don't know. We explain it to them. Look, let's go find a Firefly.
You won't have to look very far.
There you go. Queen Firefly.
Why are you here?
Business. You aren't looking so hot.
Where's Robert? I needed him alive.
The guns he gave you, they weren't his to sell. I want them back.
Doesn't work like that, Tess.
The hell it doesn't.
I paid for those guns. You want them back? You're gonna have to earn them.
How many cards are we talking about?
I don't give a damn about ration cards. I need something smuggled out of the city. You do that, I'll give you your guns back, and then some.
How do we know you got them? Well, I hear the military's been wiping you guys out.
You're right about that. I'll show you the weapons.
Search the area. Yes, sir.
I gotta move. What's it gonna be?
I want to see those guns.
Follow me.
Marlene is an important character in this plot, and I believe she's going to lead us to one of the more likable characters in this entire game, and I am now sad because of the future that awaits said character. But that's all I'm going to say at the moment.
It's who I think it is, isn't it?
Yep, pretty much exactly who you think it is, Moshi. Oof. Yes, massive oof. But let's just get this over with.
And so I says to him, that's not how you write a compelling sequel to a story that a lot of people enjoy. You write a likable protagonist, a likable villain, and then don't have said likable protagonist turn into a jackass.
Yeah, pretty much. But anyway, Marlene is pretty much asking us to gun down all these mooks so we can get to the thing that we're smuggling out of the city in order to get our guns.
You know who it is, don't you, Potato?
Yes, I know what it is that we're smuggling out of the city, but we'll get to that. Have I mentioned that this game looks fucking gorgeous? Like, The Last of Us is one of the most beautiful games that I've ever played. And the sequel is even more gorgeous, but at least this game has a good story from what I heard.
Ooh, nice water effects. I can see the budget was just astronomical in this game.
That's 2 Markiplier references that we made in this video.
Yep. Doesn't help that he played this years ago either.
Speaking of which, Mochi, do you know that the last game in the Henry Stickmin collection is out?
Completing the mission? Yeah, we should totally play that.
Yeah, we should, except that it's on Steam. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to get some money for that. But if I do get my hands on completing the mission, I do plan to play it, considering I've played every other Henry Stickmin game before completing the mission. But I've heard the collection, the Henry Stickmin collection, is basically a re-release of all of the Henry Stickmin games up until completing the mission, and completing the mission included. And if I do get my hands on that, you can bet your ass I'm going to play it, because the Henry Stickmin games were an important part of my childhood, and fucking hell, Puffballs United really did a good job on creating those games.
Indeed he did.
And somehow all of the copyrighted references that he made throughout the series is somehow in a Steam release.
Joel, give me.
They even snuck in head crabs from what I've seen.
Yep,
Oops, Marlene's dead.
not quite.
Fuck away from me!
Oh,
Let her go.
hi Ellie.
You're recruiting kind of young, aren't you?
I can see you're not a jackass in this game, thank God.
What happened?
Don't worry, this is fixable. I got his help. But I can't come with you.
Well, then I'm staying.
Ellie, we won't get another shot at this.
We're smuggling her?
There's a crew of Fireflies that'll meet you at the Capitol building.
That's not exactly close.
You're capable. You hand her off, come back, the weapons are yours. Double what Robert sold me.
Speaking of which, where are they?
Back in our camp.
We're not smuggling shit until I see them.
You'll follow me. You can verify the weapons. I can get patched up. But she's not crossing to that part of town. I want Joel to watch over her.
Whoa, I don't think that's
I'm
the
not
best
Ellie.
idea.
with him. How do you know them?
I was close with his brother Tommy. Said if I was ever in a jam, I could rely on him.
Was that before or after he left your little militia group?
He left you too. He was a good man.
Look, just take her to the North Tunnel and wait for me there.
Jesus Christ.
Just cargo, Joel.
No more talking. You'll be fine. Now go with him.
Don't take long. And you, stay close. Let's go.
Ellie Williams has joined your party.
Yes, indeed. And Ellie is going to be our companion throughout the rest of this game, from what I remember.
Heard all the shooting.
And I am not going to let the events of the sequel go. Thank God Ellie is more of a likable character in this game than she is in the sequel. Because I think she and Joel have a lot of playful banter together, and I will point that out every time it happens. And I think if you shine your flashlight in Ellie's eyes, she'll react accordingly. That being said, I think we've done enough for this episode. So, if you guys enjoyed this episode of The Last of Us, please leave a like and a comment to let me know. Oh, this game is a photo mode now. Nice. And I will see you guys in the next video. Till then, ladies and gentlemen,
See ya!